Right, so I'm going to have a quick rant now, and this is when I had the windows done. I basically got a quote to have them made up, and then I had a quote to have them made up and fitted, because it's a local firm, and the price was not much difference to have them fitted as well. So I thought, you know what, they provide the sealant, they provide the foam filler, it saves me the hassle. I had other stuff, I was getting on with the outside of the loft at the time, and I just wanted to finish it off. So that was it, so I agreed. So he turned up, and when he did, he turned up with a can of the non-gun grade foam filler, which for any of you who don't know, is just the stuff that comes with a little tube. You put it on the end, you press it yourself, but you can't really control it. You open it up, and if you're filling big gaps, it's fine. But if you're trying to do little fine gaps around the window, it's a right mess. And as you can see, that's what happened. You end up with all this foam sticking out. There's areas where he couldn't fit it in, so I've got to go round it myself now. So anyway, I asked him, I said, well, why haven't you got the gun with you, a gun grade, as a window fitter? And he said, oh, my colleague took mine today, he's pinched it, and he said, I'm not paying 20 quid for another one when I don't need it. Now, if that was me, I probably would have said, well, get out, get a gun, buy a gun grade can, and clean it out, and you've got a spare in the van if you ever need it in the future. Bearing in mind, that's your business and that's what you do. 20 quid, is that really too much to ask? So I end up getting this, which I've now got to cut out many months later, and I've got to go around and fill the gaps myself. And really, this is why I'm doing this whole loft conversion myself. I know people online, they might have a little jib away and say, you're not doing this right, you're not doing that. But the truth is, if you pay so-called professionals to do jobs for you, for whatever reason, they very often, not all of them, but most of them seem to want to cut corners somewhere. And unless you're overseeing it, or you're keeping an eye on them, or you ask specifically for certain things to be done a certain way, they just seem to do what they want. And I mean, for a window fitter, in my view, to turn up for the sake of 20 quid, and the price you're paying anyway for the windows, in my opinion, these UPVC windows are extremely overpriced, and given the choice now, I'd probably go for aluminium in the future if I was ever going to do a house, but there we go, that's another story. 20 quid, is it really too much to ask to go and get the gun and do it properly? So now I've got to go around and do it myself, and it makes you think, well, why didn't I just fit the windows in the first place and have done with it? So now I'm just using my gun grade foam, and I'm just going to fill a few gaps around these windows.